is Marco Haller. Colbrelli screwed it up. Now it's Asgreen looking to defend his title. He's got 19 seconds to bridge, and straight away House is on the wheel. But these attacks, one of these attacks has to stick at them, because if they keep attacking each other and it keeps coming back, then that is advantage to those in front. This is some power by Gasper Asgreen. This is some power.
Heinrich Hausler, chapeau. He has been pulling on the front, trying to bring this group back, and then to be able to respond like that and get on that wheel. That 3.5k to go. Asgreen's at full track, trying to give it everything he's got to stretch this out. Got Soren Kragh Andersen now realising the danger, trying to jump across to these three riders.
They have to make their move now, and that sector that you've been building up, that you've been talking up, is approaching. 3.3 kilometres to go. The gap is at about 15 seconds. The group behind is for the sore legs are starting to tell. Problems for Brian Kokal. Problems for Brian Kokal. Rather like we saw yesterday, making the group. Christoph 24 hours ago. Kokal today, and out of it. And it really has broken. My, oh my, oh my, Adam, they're halfway across. And it's game on at Kuurne, Brussel, Kuurne. And they're approaching that sector that is wide and exposed to the wind.
So you've got Asgreen out front, Soren Kragh Andersen and Heinrich Haus. You've got one of the Uniqlo riders behind him. I can't make out who that is, but you've got Oliver Nason on the front of that peloton, bringing Greg Van Avermaet back. Looks to be Mads Pedersen behind him now. So all back together, but so close now to that touching distance. Someone needs to go immediately to keep this pace going and this emphasis in this chasing group to get back to them as close and as quick as they can.
Mathieu van der Poel at the front. The wind is here on this sector before that final turn into the final straight in Kuurne. The chasers now are a handful of seconds behind. It looks like it could well be heartbreak. Van der Poel, Narvaez, who started things with 85 kilometres to go, are just over 2Ks to the line. With them, Fideberg, Zakharov, and also Patrick Gamper. But it's closing, and Gasper Asgreen has been riding his heart out here for the Koenig Quickstep. What a turn of power. But with 2Ks to go, it might well be done and dusted for the breakaway.
Van der Poel licking his lips there. I think the Astana rider, following through, he just got nothing in the legs. He couldn't pull through, and that just slowed that group down a bit. He can't really do anything in this situation now. Yeah, the wind there has just hampered this little group at the front, but you can see now Jasper Stuyven there looks to be just in front of Mads Pedersen, so it looks like Jasper's leading out Mads Pedersen now. Now they need to keep position. You've got Sonny Copperetti moving up with Tom Pidcock on the side.
And it's Søren Kragh. Sorry, Adam, but Søren Kragh goes on the attack, being followed by Heinrich Hausler. Behind you can see one of the riders from Uno X. I think it might be Hulgaard is there. You can also see that the Ineos rider, who is Tom Pidcock, has followed too. Matteo Trentin involved. We're 1.3 kilometres from the line, and it's all up for grabs. It's anybody's race. We've seen a wonderful, wonderful edition of Kuurne, Brussel, Kuurne, and we don't know how it's going to finish.
This is a great job by now by Soren Kragh Andersen, really stringing it out and making it very difficult for the other riders to move up. If they want to move up, they have to do it on the left side and in the wind. Very, very difficult to do. Going to really take a lot of work to do that big effort. As you can see, the group at the back, the riders now just sitting up a little bit.
Left turn coming up here. Left turn coming up, and it is, remember, Adam, a tailwind sprint. So if you can get an opportunity, maybe take it a little earlier. We're inside the last 700 metres now. It is time to take it. Look down, and we go. Quebec Assos really trying to do something here. We know that Kleis is there involved as well. There you can see his Steven behind in the middle as well. And on the right hand side, if we look at it in the green, Pollitt trying to move up on his wheel. Mathieu van der Poel. Now that would be a story. Left hand side, Stefan Kung trying to get involved as well. And everyone's going to the line as we come into the final few hundred metres. You can also see that Grandel Janssen on the left hand side for bike exchanges there. But it's Pedersen who's hit the front now. Pedersen going to the line. And Trek Segafredo trying to take victory. Trek Segafredo to take victory. Brilliantly timed, brilliantly executed. It came back together in the final 1.5 kilometres. And Trek Segafredo, after disaster in the Omloop Nieuwsblad, have made up for it with a wonderful victory from Mads Pedersen. The former world champ does it. Sturban and Pedersen followed the moves, played their cards beautifully, and Adam Blythe That's a brilliant end to a fantastically entertaining race.
Brilliant. I read an interview with Mads Pedersen saying that it's not just about the power in these races, and that is a perfect demonstration of it today. Not always in that perfect position, but always kept going and used his head. We never really spoke about him until we saw those little gaps being appeared where he was in between groups and having to make big efforts, but fantastic win there from Mads Pedersen, and that is how, in my eyes, how you race a bike race. Not really spoke about, not really talked about, never really see him at the front of the peloton, but delivering when it matters is brilliant result for Trek Segafredo, and it makes up for yesterday's failure, I guess. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a cross tailwind from the back, so the riders will go to the left-hand side of the road protected. You've got Stefan Kung now bringing this back. You've got Heinrich Hausler there just bringing it back. You've got Tom Pidcock sat third wheel. If you look on the left of your screen, you've got Jasper Stuyven just waiting patiently with Mads Pedersen on his wheel, slowly moving him up. The riders realise this and are fighting for that wheel now. You've got Matteo Trentin sat behind Tom Pidcock, patiently waiting. You've got Niels Pollitt trying to move, not a fast sprinter, but just trying to get into position. Tom Pidcock now is moving up on the right-hand side. One of the direct bike exchange riders goes, but Tom is sprinting in the wind now. So when he's been sprinting for 1 or 2 seconds, Mag goes on the left, protected rider against the wind, and once he opens that sprint up, there's no real getting back from him.
The top 10 at the end of a brilliant day at Kuurne, Brussel, Kuurne. Pedersen is the winner ahead of Turgis with Pidcock in third. It's Trentin, Biermans, Colbrelli, Pollitt, Van Avermaet, Van Leerbergen and the Norwegian rider Ressel, who finishes in 10th. Mads Pedersen, top of the tree at the end of the opening weekend.